Alright, Kings of None.
Podcast number 4.
Alright, so we're just going to start off on a low note. That being from podcast number 3 with our NCAA brackets and how completely terrible they are.
Right, we were considering a review show, but there's not much to review.
Yeah, we really would rather sweep this thing under the rug and just chalk it up as a loss. And, we got one Final Four team. Not very good. So
right.
We're going to not talk about that too much.
No.
And we're actually just not going to talk about sports at all because we're going to forget that we know about them.
This should be a bye week.
Yeah.
For sports.
We're going to take a bye week. We're going to forfeit. It's going to be a forfeit. We're not showing up this week.
No.
So there's that. So in lieu of that, we'll talk about something we obviously know a lot about, and that's being men.
Right.
Which is hard to say, with a full straight voice. You can't see my face.
Kind of tongue in cheek.
Yeah, But anyway, this all comes from, I don't know what it was, 2 years ago, 3, I don't know how long.
About 2 years ago.
Yeah, where we
at work
came up with this list at work about skills, things that men should know.
Right, likes, dislikes.
Right.
Skills, things that you should do or should not be doing.
Right. Yeah. Just
it's really arbitrary. Is that the word I'm looking for?
Yeah.
And who's to say if there's any real right or wrong? Some of the things will contradict each other. And,
absolutely.
Our man list was pretty big, and we actually compiled it from like 3 or 4 different sources. We asked people at work, and everyone just kind of put their 2 cents in. And I guess we kind of had a goal of meeting, say, 50 to 60% of the man list.
Right, yeah.
Just to make sure your man card doesn't get revoked.
Exactly.
So if anyone's listening, don't get offended if you don't meet some of the criteria on the list. We certainly don't.
The idea is you can't cover all of it.
You can't cover unless you're...
maybe in a lifetime.
Maybe in a lifetime. And even then, you gotta be like that guy, the most interesting man.
Right.
What is that, Dos Equis guy?
Turn into the Dos Equis guy.
Right. That guy's just like a superhero or something.
Right. So, I mean, you can't cover everything. I don't know. I don't think we have a strict formula percentage yet.
No.
We'll work on it.
Right. I mean, if
we could
get 100,
we're getting there.
Then we could go like legit.
I know that was a thought, right? If we got 100 things, the amount of them is equal to the percentage. So that's easy math because math is not a man thing per se. That's a smart or dumb thing. That's not
right.
That doesn't make you a man because you can do math. I mean, so that's where that starts.
So, like I said, if any of this you feel left out or offends you, don't worry. Just the goal is to get at least 1 out of 2. And I'm not even sure I do. I think I'm getting like 1 out of 3.
Right.
Let's see.
This could be a humbling exercise if we really delve into some things. So it's hard because I feel like what it is like with the man thing, with all of this, with this podcast, with everything, like the whole the theory is that you should be well rounded. Like
right.
Like, obviously, we don't know anything about NCAA brackets, so we don't hang our hats on. Like, that's just something we do.
Right, and that's kind of like the name of the podcast.
It's not like
Kings of None. Yeah.
It's not like we're living and dying by one thing. We can know a little bit about everything.
Right,
so
you never put all your eggs in one basket.
Right. So to be well-rounded, to be, I mean, I feel like guys just want to be able to handle any situation.
Right.
So you need to know a little bit about everything. You need to be a little dangerous in every area. So that,
Exactly.
like, no matter what, something. Even if, you're not completely sure what you're talking
You
about.
gotta
Like,
be able to fake it till you make it a little bit.
a little bit.
Yeah. Because there's some things I can't even fake it till I make it. I just come out and say, I have no idea.
I don't know.
Please take the lead on this.
Right. If it's something too important,
Right.
that, like, I'm going to ruin something right now. If I try to do this, I'm just going to pull back and say, look, I don't know
It's happened to me at work a
anything
lot.
about transmissions or whatever. Like, nope. I know that doesn't sound good.
Calling professionals.
Right. I know enough to know when it's broken or breaking. That doesn't mean I know how to fix it. So I don't know. Cars is a good one that I am not.
Yeah, I'm not mechanically.
And it's funny, both of our dads work with cars,
Right.
like cars. I think both of our fathers are ashamed of our
Yes.
knowledge of cars.
Lack thereof.
Yeah.
Yeah, my dad definitely, for sure. He said because I have 4 older brothers, and he's said at one point, 5 sons and none of them into cars. I'm telling you.
It has to be hard. It has to be hard. I was the only child, so it was all on me. And I did not cash out in that area. Like, nope.
Right.
I don't know. That's your thing. That's your thing. I don't want to know. You do it.
Right, I've just wanted to be able to make it to work or to school or wherever.
Right.
That's it. If it does that, I'm fine.
I don't care. It's a tool to me. And
Not
like now, I just need a car that fits a bunch of kids because I have a bunch. That's all it is.
Right, and that's the thing.
When they grow up and go away, I need to drive a little tiny car and save gas money. I don't.
We're in the same boat. We both got 4 kids, so those things have to be, big.
But right, it's just a tool to me.
That's it. It's a means to an end.
Kind of right. So I don't know. All right, so but that's what I feel like the basis is. Like it's this idea of being this well-rounded person.
Right.
So I don't know how to start it. I don't know, but all right. So cars is a thing. So like having skills in something like that. Like I feel like there's categories. So like
Okay.
being able to work on something, whether it's a car or like I don't
Carpentry.
know, wood, right? Like some kind of
With your hands?
yeah, like skill. Right. Like with your hands, I like
Being able to fix or create.
something.
Right. That's a manly thing.
You need to be able to do like the more of that you can do, the better. So I don't know. I mean, you'd have to break that down to each individual thing. Like, right, you woodworking,
Right.
electrical,
Right.
cars,
Plumbing.
right. I hate plumbing. Water's awful. Like
Terrible.
It's so terrible because you put everything all together and it's gonna leak.
You're going to see your mistake.
Right. It's
not
gonna
something
come
you find
shooting out in
later.
your face as soon as you turn the water on.
Yeah.
Like
It's
somewhere you
the
didn't quite
quickest I
do
know,
it right.
It's not, you can hide and figure it out a few weeks from now.
Like if I try to wire something, it just doesn't work if I did it wrong.
Right.
Water humiliates you.
There it is.
Right.
You
Like, nah,
suck and now clean up this
everything's
mess.
all wet.
It's all over the
Right. So, I mean, unfortunately, if anything breaks, well, right now I'm renting. When I owned a house, if anything breaks, I have to fix it because I can't afford anybody to. So you have to learn on the job
Yeah.
for that one. So
Me too.
I'm kind of thankful for a landlord in a way,
Yeah, that's real. I like that.
but I mean, you do learn things.
I purposely don't even fix anything now that I have a landlord. I need something small.
This isn't my house.
The heck, the refrigerator won't shut. Close the refrigerator. No, there's just like a carton keeping it shut.
Right.
No, call the landlord.
No, there's something wrong. There's something wrong with that thing. We're gonna need a new one, probably.
Oh, man.
Or it's a milk carton. That
Push it back a little. Nope. Call the landlord. Get him in here. This is unacceptable.
I like it. Yeah, so some kind of hands-on skill.
Right. Even like being good at like computer programming and stuff. I see. It's definitely.
It's a thing.
Right.
I mean,
Being good at computers is a man thing, I would say.
it's a man thing.
That's one of the things I can't do. So
Definitely, like being able to, like, like I can build a computer out of a bunch of parts. Like I want to give myself credit for that.
You can do that?
I can do that.
Man, that's worth a couple of man points. That's amazing.
Like I know what all the little pieces are, and I can make it work. I don't know.
How'd you learn how to do that? Do you go to school for that?
No,
just like tinkering?
I barely went to school for anything. When I was in school, it was so basketball practice is an hour. I guess I'll go to class. I don't know. It's horrible. I worked on base. I know we did a lot of computer there, and I don't know. I've always been into computers a little bit. I mean, now, like, I don't know, like a laptop is different.
Right.
But a desktop, I know how to take that, take apart and do all that.
You mean and just like all the little components inside?
All the little RAM chips and CPUs and motherboards and all of that. I'll just say words. So it sounds like I know.
I'm like, yep. Put that on the man list.
Yes.
Right.
So right. So that's a good one. So I don't know, because those don't necessarily, like, I don't know where to draw a line. So like we're pressmen. Like we have blue collar jobs.
Right.
I guess dirty. That's a thing, right?
We're creating something.
But being able to create something is different. I mean, we're creating newspapers, I guess. But like, it doesn't have to be your job. Like, it doesn't have to be a hobby either, I guess. Feel like they're just skills.
Right.
Everything comes down to skills, man. It's like Napoleon Dynamite. You got to list off a bunch of skills.
Chuck skills.
And how many you got equals your quotient here. So.
Yeah. And also, manless stuff is also do's and don'ts, like certain fashion things.
Okay, fashion's a big thing. Like, I feel like every guy should be able to dress for any occasion.
Any occasion, right.
It doesn't mean you have to know, like, you don't have to Conor McGregor it and tell me how much your watch is and this is Louis Vuitton. Like, I don't care about labels.
But if something comes up, you should be able to dress accordingly. I care about
presentability. Right. It doesn't have to be quality.
No, but you should be able to get in the door.
Right, anywhere. And you should know what's required.
Right, you
don't show up at a restaurant where you need a tie and Crocs and, a t-shirt and like, is this kind of place? You need to know that stuff.
Right. That qualifies you as a man to understand the situation.
Right, you need to you need to know your surroundings.
Because my son asks, hey, how should I dress at certain things?
Right, you better know.
14 years old.
You better know, though.
Right, you gotta. I don't know. Just wear whatever. That's not acceptable.
That's not good.
You can't just.
That's no good. Right. So I feel like that's a thing. Definitely is being able.
You should own at least one suit, or be able to put together something that resembles a suit.
Right.
Right.
I mean, you need to
tie a tie. Certain skills,
tie.
Skills like that.
I mean, right. And there's a bunch of different ways. I only know the easy one, so. But I guess that gets me in. I must know that one too. That gets I didn't know there was a harder one. I'm not trying. It's 4 or 5 different knots.
Right.
Shelby and the Windsor. Yeah. I don't know either of those. My dad always did Windsor knots.
Is that the same as a 3-finger knot or something like that? Or
I don't know.
There's a certain amount.
I don't know these slang tie terms. I only know the official ones.
Step up my tie game.
The Windsor one's like the big square looking knot.
Okay.
That's what my dad always did, and he always gave me a hard time. Because mine are little.
The big,
mine's just two around and through the loop and back down again.
The big one is like game on,
Basically.
Yeah, I like that. That's big baller.
Like, right. And the problem is, like, I've actually tried to watch, like, YouTube videos how to do it. Nope.
It's hard, huh?
It doesn't work. I can't do it. I'm watching the guy.
Whatever, I'm going with the little one.
Basically, that's what ends up happening. It's like, all right, this time, it's going to be for real. Go through here, and I just end up with a mess and like choking myself. That's all that happens. So I go with what I know on that one.
Yeah, my first year of learning how to do a tie, I would just I tied it once, and then I left it tied and slipped it over my head. Left it like on the bedpost for like a year until I was like, this is ridiculous. Can't be doing that.
Good. I'm glad you stepped away from that. That's good. That's a good sign. That's growth.
Right, that's growth, right.
It's not good enough. But right.
So tying a tie, that could be on there.
Absolutely.
And then
knowing your situation. You have to own the clothes, obviously. Can't be
borrowing clothes from people.
I feel like that's a thing though. Like, hey man, you got a suit? Right? That's a thing.
Yeah, it is.
That's definitely a thing. And people, like, no one has ever called me for a suit because I don't know anyone as big as me.
Right.
But people have called me before to ask how to dress, and I always feel like I'm super cool because I know something. Just because I know that you're supposed to wear a suit to a wedding or whatever, like formal means a tie and jacket.
Yeah, that's
not.
What else would formal
rocket
mean to
science?
Someone? What?
I'm not going to name names because our friends are the only people probably listening, so I don't want to offend the wrong people, but I can't kill the fan base. Well, I'll lose that loosely.
12 people.
All of them.
That's it.
So, but yeah, definitely being able to dress is a good one. Being able to tie a tie is a good one.
And even like little things like being good at pool.
Well, this is something else with clothes. Is there's bad things too. And I know one in particular that you don't like.
Open-toed sandals on men.
Open-toed sandals on men.
And I know I'm gonna rumple some feathers with this.
I like it though.
A lot of men will wear those, but I really believe that wearing open-toed footwear is for women, right? That's a woman.
I can't say it right. I have flip-flops, man.
They paint their toenails and they get pedicures, but men don't do that. No, and nobody wants to see men's feet. I feel like that's a taboo thing. And I know probably half the men in the world wear open-toed, but man, it's saying
that's a thing.
As far as I'm concerned,
that's a no-no.
That's a no-no, right? That and I don't say man buns, but. For different reasons, just because.
Different reasons. That's different.
So yeah, man.
Open-toed shoes are just no.
No.
You wear full-on sneakers to the beach. I've seen it.
I do. I
think that's where I first learned about this.
Why are you wearing sneakers?
What's up, man? Where'd you just come from?
I'm living it, man.
Where did you just come from?
No, I put my sneakers on when I go to the beach. I'm that guy.
That's where I go. The only time the shoes are coming off, I'm going in the water.
Nobody want to see my dogs. Now here's the thing, though.
Okay.
You can wear the open-toe flip-flops or sandals as long as you have socks. But that is also a fashion faux pas.
That's a bad one. Well, you can do so right. I know, like flip-flops and socks you can't do because of the toe thing.
Right. Yeah, that's hilarious.
That's ridiculous. I know.
That means you really don't care. If you're pushing the sock
right and that hurts.
Right, you're punishing yourself.
You're hurting yourself.
Look at this guy's really manly.
He's really, yeah. So you can do those one strap sandal type slip-on things with socks and get away with it.
Right.
I don't know.
Works. You see that look often.
Yeah, and I know a big thing where it started, like, and I used to do it too. Like, you wear those to basketball because your shoes, you don't want them getting all messed up on the. Right. You don't want them picking up dirt and rocks, and it messes. These are only for the court, which isn't a man thing. It's it's almost an OCD thing.
So you had the Adidas.
So you just kick those off, and then when you get inside, yeah. So like I know that's a thing. And then that just bleeds out into dudes being lazy and just wearing that all the time.
Right.
You can put that on and walk out the door.
You see that.
Or if you're late for work, you'll see me do that. So you know how close I was to being late if I show up in my slippers, basically.
Right. Yeah, it's a good barometer.
And it's like 12 degrees out.
Wait, what do you...
I just own it. I don't talk. I don't mention it. I don't say, my feet are cold, man. Look at don't worry about it. They're black sandals. I got black socks. I hope you don't notice.
Nothing to look at, right?
Right. There's nothing to see. Especially you. I don't know. But I know I got socks, so I'm good. But I'm glad I know that one.
Yeah.
Put my flip-flops away when you're around. He's just looking down your nose at me. Here he goes with his flip-flops. All right.
Right, so yeah, there's fashion, then there's hobbies. I always felt that like being good at smoking is like a manly thing. Don't you think?
Right. Like just to put a couple out there that I don't know anything about.
You don't smoke, never have.
Like knowing cigars and stuff.
Right.
Like that's a big thing.
Yeah, that's
Pipes.
pretty cool. And just
I guess
going through that whole process correctly.
Right. Knowing that, cutting things off and lighting things and I don't know what's going on. Like
neither do I.
What it's made out of and where they're from and
what year it is and all that.
I mean, I feel like a lot of things like that you can go too far where you're just trying to show off. Like, I know everything about cigars.
Yeah, and it kind of becomes...
Who cares? It's not doing anything.
Right.
But, so there's a gray area there, or a sweet spot where you can be into it.
It has to look like it's just an afterthought for you.
Right.
It's cool, yeah.
It's just something I do.
Right. Kind of like...
I don't feel like I have to tell you,
Right.
This cigar is whatever. I don't even know how to fake cigars.
Right.
So.
Once you start talking about it like that, then it's kind of
you lost it.
Pretentious.
Because the other thing, it becomes pretentious.
I think of Dutch in Predator. Wasn't he kind of rocking the cigar a little bit?
Yeah, half of one.
But he never talked about it.
He didn't talk about it. He just had it.
Awesome.
That's
cool.
a stogie, right? The short one.
Oh yeah.
Right?
Yeah?
I don't know. I don't really know.
Question mark?
And I don't mind. Yes, question mark. Right. I think that's what that means. I don't know. Because I don't know about cigars.
And that was a manly character.
That's a manly one. And then the Good, the Bad, and the Ugly is another one. Clint Eastwood, which rocks the little cigars. It's a thing. It's a tough guy thing. I get it. It works.
You don't really see too many softies with cigars like that.
Not really.
No. They have the long cigarettes. Those things.
Yeah.
Virginia Slim 2000s or whatever they are. You know what I'm talking about?
I know what you mean.
Pull them out of the metal cigarette container.
Right. Cigarette case. That's not the same.
Nah, not the same.
It's not the same as cigars, right? Because the other one that I don't know anything is, and that we got from a friend of ours at work, is that men should know their liquor.
Yeah, men should know their liquor. That's right.
Which I understand.
Right. You can't be.
But I don't know anything about it.
Go to the bar and order a drink correctly.
I can't.
No,
I don't know.
Yeah.
I just don't go to the bar. I guess. Is there a soda machine? I'm good.
Even back in the day when I dabbled into it, I never knew what the heck I was doing.
If I'm in a club or a bar or something and I order a soda, they always look at me like I'm an idiot. So I'm good.
Right.
I don't need anything. You need something? No. I don't need anything. I don't want anybody.
Right now.
Nope.
Yeah, so being good at smoking, knowing how to order your drink, knowing your liquors.
Those are things.
While you're in a bar, also being good at pool.
Right, so you would go back to the bar room games.
I never learned how to play a good game of pool, so I always felt inadequate as a dude. Every dude should know how to play pool. You should be able to break. I mean,
you should know how to play.
Right, but I'm the dude that if I get into a game of pool, I let the other guy break because I'm afraid of just missing all the balls and the thing going around. That's embarrassing,
You're right.
A bunch of people watching you.
You're right.
Look at this guy.
No, that's true.
So,
I'm sorry. We can fix that for you.
It's too late, though.
It's not too late.
You can't learn new cool skills at
Of course you can. That's the whole point.
How does that happen?
We already said that.
Showing up at Pelham, not ordering drinks, trying to shoot pool while hundreds of people watch me hit the cue ball around.
We're not going to go to a bar and play. There's people there.
Oh, man.
Nobody watch. I'm just practicing. Could we clear this room out a little bit? Just give me this corner. You guys go over there.
Oh, man.
Cool, yeah. No, barroom games is a thing.
Definitely.
Because guys just want to hang out and drink and smoke cigars. Like that, those kind of guys are good at pool,
cards,
darts, and cards.
Yep.
Yeah.
That kind of stuff.
That's kind of the branch. I'm not too good with that branch.
Nope. Do you know how to play poker? I've never learned how to play poker either.
I know how to. I'm not good at it. I don't at all understand what's the one that it was like on TV for a little while, and now it's not anymore. I don't see. There's not poker.
Hold'em?
Texas Hold'em. I have no idea how that works. I even tried to watch it to learn. I know 5-card stud. Something.
Yeah.
I know how to play that. I know how it works, but I don't understand they're figuring things out that I don't.
Percentages.
I don't know what you're talking about. I mean, I get that there's only so many cards, but I only see 3 cards. How am I guessing everything based on that? I've got 2, and there's 4.
Is it a mathematical thing, or is it just intuition?
Part of it. Part of it.
Right.
I mean, if I get an ace and there's an ace showing, the chances you have an ace too are smaller because 2 of them are out.
Gotcha.
That kind of thing.
Yeah.
I think, but I don't really know. Unfortunately,
I have no idea. Yeah.
But yeah, cards is a good one. Right, I can play. There are card games I know, but not betting ones. No. I guess I know how to play blackjack.
I actually know how to play blackjack. That and Go Fish.
I can play some Go Fish.
Yeah, a mean game of Go Fish.
Like a champ, right?
Right.
I could play spades.
That's it.
I could play hearts.
All right.
I don't know.
Can you shuffle good?
Yeah.
My shuffle game is adequate.
I can. Yeah, I can shuffle and I can bridge it.
Oh yeah, when you.
Yep.
Yeah.
I can go that far.
See, that's good. That's a manly
type
thing. Yeah.
Shuffling? Is that
yeah,
get on the list?
You can't just put it on the ground of the table.
Really
spread it all out.
I should keep track. Just shuffling is not spreading them around on the table.
It doesn't look cool.
No, it doesn't look cool.
You've never seen someone in the movies with a cigar and a drink and now he's shuffling, mixing it all around the table.
Just play a 52 pickup to shuffle. What are you doing? Shuffling.
Give me another cigar.
Yeah, go give me a whiskey.
It's gonna take a while.
My cigar's almost done. It's gonna be a while. I'm gonna be a minute shuffling. And it's just cards everywhere. I don't think that's not how it goes. That doesn't draw a good picture in my mind of some tough guy in a fedora and a cigar taking a shot of whiskey while he's just messing cards up on the table.
Clint Eastwood doing something like that. Yeah.
Right, all those things kind of go together.
Right.
But that's a vein that I'm definitely weak in that vein, the drinking, smoking, gambling guy. But that's a guy. Those are all guy things.
That's like 3 or 4 of my friends. They're all really good at stuff.
It's a lot of those. There's tons of those guys.
Drinking, smoking, gambling. Right. Which leads me to my next one.
Okay.
I think every man should have at least one vice.
A vice?
Yeah. If you're a man and you're not somewhat addicted to something, that's odd to me. Even if you're just addicted to sugar. You gotta have your donuts or whatever.
Oh, I like donuts.
You know what I mean? If you don't have any addiction, how does that happen?
How do you get there?
Right. You can't. It's
crap.
It's weird to me. I'm not saying you have to have a heroin addiction. You gotta be a little bit overly into something, even if it's reading fantasy novels.
That's a vice.
That's you know what
reading.
I mean? Some kind of guilty pleasure.
I like that. Right. I like that your vice is something good. It's reading. It's like that. Yeah, it's like that. The Office, where Michael Scott he's being interviewed and he's like, "Tell me your weaknesses." My weaknesses, and I'm gonna mess it up. But it's like, I care too much. I work too hard. His weaknesses are his strengths. That's what he's trying to do. I read too much.
That's awesome.
It's really
Michael Scott.
It's a problem. You got a real issue, Jerome. You're always reading.
Right.
I don't know.
Just it's any kind of. You have to have something that endears you to people, and if you're perfect, then it doesn't. You know what I mean?
All right, I get that.
We can't name names, but we know people that just seem too perfect. You're like, is this guy real?
This guy can't be real.
Nah,
it's true. And then we make up vices if we don't know them.
I bet you when he goes home, he does this, and that. It all comes out.
Terrorizes the household. They're sitting in his chair.
I'm watching everything I want to watch today. Nobody's telling me nothing.
A vice, huh? All right. I don't know. Yeah, I guess. I mean, I definitely feel like...
What do you say? You have no vices? I don't have any vices.
I don't have a vice. I want a vice. Well, I never...
Jelly beans?
I know, right. Like, if you can control yourself, is that still making a vice?
Well,
I can walk down the Easter candy aisle without buying jelly beans.
The fact that you know you have to control yourself proves that it's a vice.
Okay, so I guess it's sugar.
Yeah. All right.
I definitely feel like
sugar
so.
Too,
like
also.
We have the free donut lady at work. I know that my infatuation with those donuts is overblown by everybody.
It is overblown. It's a joke, but
right. Okay, right. Well, it's donuts. What? Go tell Scott because he's gonna eat five of them.
Scott has it worse. Scott, if you're listening,
he's looking right.
He's thinking about it. Donuts.
Right. I can hear his voice. He's checking all night until it's
donuts. No donuts today. He was
right. He was so upset the other day. I felt bad, like I wanted to go get him a donut. So I don't know. But all right, Vice. I get that. I like that one.
What else do we got?
I like that you have to have a vice to endear yourself to people. There has to be something wrong with you,
right,
so that you're relatable.
Exactly.
Right? That's the theory, right?
That is. That's where I was going with that. You articulated that better than me.
You can't be perfect.
No.
Like, I'm creepily quiet even though I do a podcast. I don't think that's endearing, though. That's just wrong. That makes people scared of me.
Well, it throws people off.
Yeah.
Even I would...
But I kind of like it, is the problem. I don't mind it.
I think that's cool. I think more people need to learn to be more quiet. Yeah. I think that's cool. I think most people, including me, talk just too much. You know what I mean? You say a lot of stupid things. Sometimes at the end of the night, or the end of the day, I go home and I just think about all the stupid things that I said.
Well,
like, why did I say that today?
That's because we're working at 2 a.m. That's different. Like, things loosen up after.
Oh my goodness, do they ever? Between like 1 and 3,
forget it.
It's like almost like you're drunk or something. A lot of weird things are being said.
It's a different state of mind for people.
But you ever just think about any time when you've said something and it wasn't the worst thing you ever say, but you think about it later and you get embarrassed for yourself?
Absolutely.
I do that all the time.
Like,
I'm like, why did I say that? That was really a silly thing.
The problem is, like, this is what happens to me, which doesn't happen to most people I know, but, like, I don't talk a lot. Definitely not in mixed company. In mixed company can be one person I don't know. Like, I could know 10 people. If I don't know one dude, I'm too worried about what that dude thinks.
Okay, yeah.
So if I do try, and then later realize that was stupid, next time I'm not saying nothing.
Oh, right. Yeah. You shut it down. Right? I'm not gonna go 0 for 2 here.
Right, exactly. I just gotta ride it out for a little while, and I'll try to jump in later, a different time. Yeah. I'm just gonna ride this one out.
That's
and
good.
Hopefully you forget that I'm even here, if at all possible. Just don't worry about the 6'5" dude. It's cool. Wear, dark colors and blend into the back. I just step back into the shadows if you'll let me.
I'm not going to say any more silly things.
Right.
Yeah.
And it may not even been that silly, but if I thought it was, that's it.
So I guess being well spoken is on the man.
It is a thing. Yeah. I like that we're only naming the ones that we're not good at.
For people who listen to this, I thought you were well-rounded. It sounds like you can do anything.
You guys are...
What can you do?
What can you do? Right. We'll get to that. Don't worry.
There's like 3 things, so...
Right. It'll be quick at the end. We'll just throw them out. But
Yeah.
but yeah, being well spoken is definitely a good one. I mean, and that lends to things like being able to haggle. Like,
Ooh.
there are guys
Yeah.
who are really into the fact that they can
They
work deals, and I mean,
top people down on cars
Right.
and stuff.
work salesmen think
Right.
they got one over on them. They never do. Like, I don't know. I have friends who are like that, and they think, I got this great deal. You didn't really. Like, there's no, like, definitely cars.
Yeah.
You're not getting one over on anybody.
Right, that thing was marked
They
up
know
so
exactly
high.
how low they can go, and they're just gonna keep you as high as they can. That's
Right.
all. Like, this is the best I can do. No, it's not. but you'll never know that.
You'll never know.
It's at what point you believe that it's the best they
Right.
can do.
I'm sure you didn't even come close.
Probably not.
Yeah, I know. I have a few buddies that are good at haggling and stuff like that.
Yeah, I'm terrible at it.
Right, because I'm not. That requires a couple things to
For
be
real.
somewhat well spoken and to care enough to want to argue. I only argue about things that I really care about.
Right.
You know what I mean? And there's certain things like, you know, if you're buying a shirt or something like that, I just don't
Yeah.
care enough.
Okay.
You know, I'm not gonna argue with somebody. You know?
Right.
But
No, yeah.
right, that's the thing.
Yeah. The last car I went to buy, I still brought my mom with me. I'm 43 years old. So, you know, that's how I roll with that stuff. Nope. Can't. I cannot negotiate. Good thing I never was a pro athlete. I guess I'd have an agent, but I would need an agent. I couldn't be the guy that's like, I'll just work out my own deal.
End up with
Kidding me?
below the league minimum.
they'll somehow be paying me lower than the league minimum.
How do we pull this one
and
off?
I'm happy about it. I'm like, yo,
Hey, this seems like a good deal.
pay me $20,000 a year. What? You know that guy makes like $10 million, right?
20 grand.
Nah,
Now this is a good
they wouldn't
deal.
do that to me. It's a good deal. They told me it was. I believed them. All right. So now that I feel completely inadequate, there are things that guys should know how to do. Sports is obviously a big guy thing. I mean, it's not that it's not a girl thing, but it's definitely a big guy thing. Competition is a big guy thing.
Yeah.
But you should be able to play some kind of sports.
Right. You should be decent and be able to hold your own in at least one sport.
Right.
You know?
There should be a I feel like that's what. Yeah, I feel like there's categories. So like skills is a category. You should have 2 or 3 skills you can go to.
Right.
And like the way you gauge that is if you're the guy that people come to. I feel like
Okay.
I have a friend Dan he's better at all that stuff than me. So even if I think I can fix it, I still call him.
Right. Right.
Like my sink's broken. I think I know what to do.
Right.
But Dan will make sure I do it. Like, I don't know.
Right.
You know, like, that's a thing.
reference point.
It's a reference point. But sports is a thing, definitely. And, right, you should be able... There had to be I mean, I guess not every guy... I mean, I know. I have 4 kids. They're not all athletes.
No.
And that's fine. It's not that they're not wrong for that. It's like we said though with the list. It's a percentage thing. So
Right.
like sports is a thing though. So if you're
It's one of the things. So I
Right.
mean, even if you're not good at sports, you could also be good mechanically or carpentry or something. That kind of evens it out.
The things that I lend to those because I look at it as when you were a kid, you poured into something. Usually it's a sport.
Yeah.
But it could be like the other thing that I put sports is art.
Right. You could put
So
yourself
like
into art.
if you can if you like music or anything, painting, like what drawing,
Right.
all that stuff is like
that puts you on the man
painting
list.
doesn't seem manly, but it is.
Yeah. Because
Being able to create something, anything with your bare hands is manly. So
Definitely.
being able to paint a picture and having you go, man, that's good.
right.
That's the thing.
Right.
You're in.
Amen. And being
So,
able
right.
to play even one instrument, never mind a few.
Instruments is a thing, right?
That's skill and that's manliness.
Because all that stuff is time. It's what you put
Right.
your time into. So I feel like when you're a kid, you put your time into something. So that manifests as a man, like, so whatever, it's usually, I don't know about usually, but a lot of times it's sports, because parents will push you into sports.
Right.
So whether you wanted to or not, you played soccer for 5 years or whatever it is.
Right.
Like,
so you had that base.
Like, I could only play basketball.
It was a cheaper
My dad,
sport, right? I mean,
that was part of it.
Yeah.
And my dad was a basketball guy, but
so yeah, it got passed down to you.
yeah, there wasn't a whole lot else. I mean, I think they tried to get me to play Little League once, and I was only like, I don't know. And they're like, okay, never mind.
Right.
Like, that's what I feel like what happened. They would probably tell you a different story. And I was a little kid, so I'm probably wrong. But that's my memory, is that because I wasn't like all gung-ho and I want to play baseball.
Right.
Cool. Go shoot around.
Yeah. But yeah, so basketball definitely was your thing.
Basketball's a thing. I got into volleyball a little later. I don't know. I got my instrument game is there.
Yeah,
I can play some instruments.
Yeah. See it in church.
I can play some guitars. I can play some drums.
Right, yeah, see, I played football in high school, you know, obviously some basketball here and there, I was into that. Yeah, so sports, that's one of them.
Well, and another one for you, which it's just, I feel like it's dual purpose, but lifting is a thing too, because it's a sport, but it's also its own category.
It's its own category, a weightlifter guy.
It's two in one.
I guess
that's a 2-for-1 special right there. Because
that's a manless thing, right?
Right, because there's a sport aspect to it, and a lot of it is trained. So, like, you play football, so you learn how to lift because you play football. Like,
right.
So that lends to it.
Yeah.
I avoided the weight room like a champion.
He was good at avoiding the weight room.
I don't even have a reason why. I just
that's what it was like amazing to me, was that you played college basketball, but you managed to avoid the weight room. I was like, that takes like, you had to actually try to avoid.
It wasn't really a thing in the 80s.
Or that actually, that probably became bigger later on.
Early 90s. I'm not that old.
I almost felt like Jordan made that popular.
Made it a thing.
Made everything popular.
Because that one year he came back all ripped.
Jordan's lifting?
Right.
Now
muscles, that's right.
Right, that helps in sports.
I thought, right. Then everybody was lifting.
Right.
And it just became a thing. And now, they lift all over the place.
Right. I stink with cars and I can't do music. You know what I mean? I'm not that
Sorry,
good,
I didn't mean to bring up another one you can't do.
But
you can still learn an instrument too, man. You have so much potential, Jerome.
But I can lift some weights, so that gets me another point on the man.
Absolutely. And if you ever feel bad about yourself, you just bring me with you and just lift with each other. I mean...
See, that's not fair, though, because
it is.
You would never drag me into worship team practice and make me try and play an instrument.
I might.
That's not fair.
Maybe I will now. Hey, we got a new guy in the worship team.
Everybody be quiet.
Jerome wants to play bass. Go get him. There's only 4 strings, man.
It's upside down, Jerome.
All right.
Try to play the guitar like a violin. What are you doing?
All right, I guess.
I was absolutely amazed, like seriously, at the guy in church that had he had a harmonica, had a guitar, and he was singing. Like he's
got some skills.
One man banding it up there.
Right.
That was amazing to me. Like that's a manly thing right there.
Being able to handle all that.
Yeah, that's impressive.
Yeah, that's good.
That's good.
I like that I'm going to bring you to practice.
But that's the same thing, though. It's not just... All right, now go.
Go. Let's see what you got. Tough guy.
Good, lift that.
Is that, not heavy, right? That's easy for you to lift. That's easy for you. That's easy weight for you, right? Now let's see you play something. Jerk. Sorry, I can't lift 10 times my body weight. I'm heavy.
So, what was some of the other more mundane skills for being a man? I know one of them we had talked about before was being able to grill.
Being able to grill is a good one.
Yeah.
Right. It depends on how specific you want to get. Yeah, and what do we feel like charcoal is
cooking with charcoal.
It's definitely manly.
Than hitting a button in the propane. Yeah.
I like propane. It's easy.
Yes.
But no, but I get it. And it does. It's not. It does taste better.
It does. It was meant to be that way.
So right, that's how you're supposed to do it.
Every time I cook on the grill, I feel like this is, and there's some connection to like the primal
Cooking with fire.
Right. You know,
you start grunting at it and
we don't believe in evolution, but that's not the can of worms to open up.
But you still feel weird.
Right, but I believe Adam was probably just roasting some stuff up.
He had charcoal.
Right.
Do you feel? I got a question. So, because right.
Eve was like, "Is that done yet?" And he's like, "Hold on, lady.
The coals aren't even ready yet."
Right. Can't rush perfection." He talked that way back then.
That's how he talked. That's how to talk. Woman, you cannot rush this.
So Adam was kind of like an older African American gentleman.
Well, we're not really sure.
Right,
Mesopotamia area,
in my mind, you might as well be
right. Karis One told me Jesus is a black man, right?
Yeah.
So I'll go with it a little bit. So I got a question though. So do you feel like less of a man if you use the matchlight charcoal?
Ooh. But more of a man than using propane.
Right. Still charcoal.
Right. No, I would say that's good.
Squirting fuel on it and watch the big flame go up.
That's like
you're like yeah, I did that.
Ta-da!
Look what I did.
I have entered.
Exactly. Am I the only guy that does that?
No, that's like.
Am I the only one that thinks that's a thing?
No, you're right. I agree. That's the thing.
I douse that thing because I want to
singe your eyebrows
a little bit.
Yeah,
it's worth it.
Yeah,
I got my hand before. I don't know about my eyebrows. When like my little clicker lighter, which is super manly, I can't find it, and I gotta throw an actual match in there. It might get me if I'm not quick enough.
Because there's some danger there.
Right. So that's a manly thing, right? Is being on the edge of danger.
Yep.
I guess so. It is.
Risking your life for that T-bone.
Risking it.
Definitely.
This is going to be so worth it. Like, the pain is worth it. So yeah, grilling was one.
But cooking, not necessarily. I mean,
like cooking in general.
Being good at cooking is good, but you don't have to be good at cooking to be on the man list.
Right.
It's just the prerequisite would be grilling. That's the bare. Grilling. That's getting you in the door. Cooking is just adding on to it.
Grilling with charcoal.
Grilling
specifically.
with charcoal. Right. But you don't need to go into the kitchen itself and just, you don't
be julienne and things and
right.
breaking out all kinds of knives.
I mean, you should be able to put together a meal to survive.
But that could be a thing, though.
Right.
If you can cook, that's legit. Like, chef's a real thing, man.
Yeah. But I'm saying you don't have to.
But you don't have to. No, I get it.
You gotta be able to do more than
how to use
mac
a grill.
And cheese and ramen noodles, but
that's so good, though. What else do you really need? But but no, okay, I get what you're saying. Right. You have to know how to grill.
If that
culinary arts could get you bonus points.
That's worth a couple man points.
Right. That can get you points.
Right.
But prerequisite is charcoal grilling.
Right. That's part of the essentials.
All right. You're gonna have to work on a physical list.
So those kind of things like the grilling, also being kind of good at fighting, being able to defend yourself.
Absolutely. You at least have to know how.
Now, you don't have to be likes to fight guy.
No.
Can't be looking
That's a different guy. Looking for fights guy likes to fight guy.
I know guys from back in the day they've said to me, Jerome, we're going out to the bar close tonight because there's a good chance we're going to fight somebody. Right? Yeah. That's looking for a fight guy. That's not who we're talking about. We're talking about being able to defend yourself or your family or whatever.
To know what to do.
Right. You can't run or curl up in a ball. You know what I mean? Right.
Exactly.
Leave your wife to fend for herself type of thing.
Right. Use her as a human shield.
You said,
Get in front of me.
right, but if things pop off, you have to
Get in front of me, because if I, like, you can't be that guy. Like, because if you just let me at him, I'll whip his head off. So you stay. No. You better know what to do. Right, like,
and I mean,
I haven't been in a fight in 26 years, but
and I haven't.
I feel like I'll be okay.
Bunch, but I've seen
if something bad happens.
I've hung around with a lot of tough dudes, and I've noticed they apply a certain principle to it.
Okay,
it's he who strikes first usually wins. So
that's
all the tough guys that I know have applied the 3-foot rule.
Okay.
When in doubt, and you're in a confrontation, if someone gets within 3 feet, just strike first.
Is that like this? That's the same principle as the swing radius.
That's the swing. If you're in the swing radius,
if you're in my swing radius,
then you must have wanted to fight.
Then you're right. You're breaching.
Right.
That's telling me that's your first punch. Because I'm just standing here.
You invaded my space.
Right. I'm not trying to hurt you.
Don't get in my swing.
But right, you can override that if you want to get in my swing radius.
Right. So that's a good rule of thumb.
3-foot rule.
So
I like it.
You don't have to pick fights, but if you're around someone that's sounds like they're dangerous,
right, you better know.
Handle yourself.
You just have to be able to handle yourself. Because ultimately that's what every guy wants to do. You just want to be able to take care of your own business and handle yourself.
Don't be the guy that's yelling, "I'm gonna call the cops on you." And
nope.
Just
deal with it.
Deal with it, right?
What's the worst that's gonna happen? You're gonna get busted up.
Right. You get an eye jammy or something, but at least you didn't,
go down swinging.
Right. Exactly.
Come on.
Don't curl up in a ball.
Right. Don't pull your phone out.
Don't pull your phone out.
Right. Like, I'm gonna call.
I'm gonna call. Right, so you gotta know how to defend yourself. And
definitely.
So at least people that know how to handle guns, that's kind of manly.
Super manly.
Right, like you can go to the shooting range and hit a target.
And
I don't know any of that.
No, I don't.
How to operate a gun correctly.
It'd have to be very specific ones.
I've never even held one.
Oh, really?
Never, not once.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You?
Yep. I've shot guns before. Nice. I'm only okay at it.
What kind? Just
I'm good with. I've done
shotguns or Uzis.
Not Uzis. I wish.
Can you bring a Uzi to a fire range? I feel like you can't.
Every target goes down. I've shot rifles. I've shot pistols.
Nice.
Yeah, I don't really know what to do with them though.
No.
I would never want to own one.
A lot harder than it looks, no?
I think there's a lot to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. And I have to be here. Don't point that at me. Go shoot this.
Right.
I don't know.
So guns. What about
guns is one. Any kind of
knives,
weapons in general, right?
Weapons is a whole. If you're good with weapons, that's a manly thing.
I can shoot a bow and arrow better than I can shoot a gun.
That's manly. That's definitely me. Because that leads to when I think of bow and arrow, I think of hunting.
Right, hunting is manly.
Survival skills.
Survival skills are manly. Sure, you should know. Right, because that's another thing where you need to know when the zombies come how you're going to survive.
Exactly.
Because it's going to happen eventually. There's too many shows about it.
It's inevitable.
And they're all teaching tools for me. I'm watching to learn what to do.
We learned a lot from Walking Dead.
Right.
But really, it depends on, and we've talked about this, what kind of zombies are they going to be? Are they slow zombies or fast zombies? Because it's a whole different ballgame.
If they're fast zombies, we're just dead. I feel like we're
lasting a couple weeks tops.
Right. I feel like there's less chance. If they're dumb and slow, they turn into like they are now in Walking Dead. They're just there.
Right.
Once in a while, they catch you off guard. Because I feel like sometimes they're quiet. Usually they're not, but once in a while they are.
Right.
And they jump on you.
You gotta know not to go into dark areas.
I mean, but survival skills in general though, real survival skills, not Walking Dead survival skills.
You know how to make a fire.
But build fires is good.
That's the thing. I know how to, but I've never tried. I mean, not without. I mean, legit, like with what is it, a flint and...
Oh, like with a flint, like without matches.
Right, like that kind of fire.
Like make fire from nothing.
From nothing. That's a survival skill.
Yeah. I think the furthest, like, I've done the 2-stick thing before.
Yeah, how did that go? Did you get a spark?
I got smoke, I think. A little bit.
Okay.
And I was there forever. So I wasn't doing something right.
Right.
And nobody was with me. I wasn't supposed to be doing that.
There's got to be an easy way to that, right?
I was in the backyard or something, not... Right, just potentially burning the yard down. Nobody even knew it. You know, like,
going,
right, like I had no backup plan. I mean, there's a lake there, but I don't know. Maybe I would think. Maybe I would just run and go. I don't know what happened.
Didn't think this through. There's a fire in the backyard.
Hey, go in the house and tell them.
Take care of this.
I smell like smoke.
You're sweating profusely from the amount of effort.
Did you do that? No. And then the big eyeball. Yeah. No. So yeah, but yeah, no, that's a good one. Like, yeah, hunting is one. Like fishing.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, fishing.
I mean, it all goes right. It does kind of all go back to primal, like hunting and gathering. Fighting,
right? A lot of basic.
They're all basic things.
That's been manly stuff for hundreds of years.
Right,
now.
Extrapolated out now to a lot more ways to get to that. Like,
right.
I mean, we're not just punching each other or hitting each other with rocks anymore. Now you can have a gun. You can have weapons, guns and knives and bows and swords and whatever else you want to find.
It's all manly stuff.
Salamis. Steven Seagal.
Speaking of manly, right? Steven Seagal's manly. Being a fan of Steven Seagal, I think, is manly. Because before he was a joke, Steven Seagal, he had like a 3 or 4 movie span where he was the baddest dude ever.
Right.
I knew it.
Everybody.
Never seen anything like it. I think we had talked about this before, where he was just from beginning of a movie to end, just whipping butt the whole time. You know, he was blowing people out.
Right.
There was never anything like it.
It was never in question.
Never. Even Bruce Lee was taking damage in some of his movies. But Steven Seagal, well, he never got really bloodied in any of those movies in the beginning.
No.
It was just...
It was never from a point of deficit.
He was just hunting people down and just breaking bones.
Right. Just hurting people. Throwing people around.
In the coolest way ever.
And, controlling people with their thumb or whatever, like moving people and breaking arms and never really in question.
He put Aikido on the map.
Right, didn't even know it was a thing.
Most people didn't know what Aikido was.
All of a sudden, it's everywhere.
Right, Aikido gyms are popping up.
Right, it even happened. There was one in Middletown for a while.
Everybody wanted to be Steven Seagal.
Right, just for a minute.
Nobody wants to be Steven Seagal anymore.
Not now. That Aikido gym's not there anymore. It's a carpet place, I think. Now everybody wants to be Conor McGregor. So it's
right.
So boxing is coming back. I do see more.
Boxing seems to be,
because at first with MMA, I feel like it was jiu-jitsu. So then all of a sudden, Brazilian jiu-jitsu was everywhere.
Right, Hoist Gracie had put it
now,
on the map. Yeah,
I see more boxings, like strikers or what are cool right now.
McGregor's made that cool again.
So even just straight up boxing, and then you parlay it into MMA, but that's what it is. Guys see it. Oh,
the idea.
I want to do that.
Right. The idea that you could touch somebody with your fist, and now that person's unconscious.
Right. I can.
That's what's more manly than that.
I can put you to sleep.
I can put you to sleep. You were awake. Now you're asleep.
Now you're asleep. And I did it.
I did it with my own bare hands.
Right.
It felt like I hit you with a crowbar, but nope.
Nope, that's just me. That's just me.
That's just me.
Sorry.
My hands are baseball bats.
Pretty much.
Oh, man.
Yeah, definitely those are all things. And, beating people with your bare hands is manly for sure. It sounds ridiculous to say that.
Oh man. Oh, so one thing I thought about last night when I was in bed, and now I feel convicted because we're talking about beating people with their bare hands. But being a man means you have to be spiritual leader.
Oh, you're bringing it back.
Yeah.
Look at you.
Because we had a discussion about this before.
Yep.
So you have to be a spiritual leader of your family, right?
Absolutely.
So
I'm not very good at it. I'm working on it. It's a process.
It's a process, and I have better times than others.
Right.
Sometimes I'm like, the family will look at me like, "Aren't you gonna pray?" Like, oh yeah, that's right. I'm gonna,
right.
I should.
That's me.
Why is my 14-year-old remind me of this? Boy, that's part of it. You know. So.
But no, absolutely.
That's a
we're called to it.
Right. If you're a spiritual leader of your family, I think you just gain 2 or 3 million points.
You gain some points, yeah.
Right? Even if you can't beat people down with your hands or build cars from scratch or, and you're wearing open-toe sandals, then at least you're the spiritual leader of your family. That kind of nullifies all that.
Good, because I know they're movies, but every movie I ever see, Jesus wears open-toe sandals all day long. So,
oh dang!
If he's wearing shoes,
now I feel like
I know. I just thought of it, and I knew that was gonna be good. I knew that was gonna.
Dang, you just played that card on me.
That was gonna hurt.
Oh, all right.
But I feel like he doesn't have shoes in a lot of movies, and they're all movies. I have no idea what they actually wore.
Right, he could have just been like.
He definitely didn't have long hair and look like a hippie like half the movies either, so you can't really go by that.
Right, you don't.
But
know.
I just knew that would hurt, so I threw that out there.
In the movies, he's wearing those things, though. You're right.
Right.
I don't know why I always pictured him just being barefoot, though. Right?
There's a lot of them. Yeah.
Imagine that.
It's both of those.
Dang, now I feel convicted because you said that, though. You got me on that one. You holding that? I just thought of that.
I just thought of it.
Right,
it all just came together.
Yeah.
Ooh, wait a minute. Spiritual.
Jesus
sandals.
Toad.
You just said.
Oh, gotcha.
You just said spiritual leader with open-toe sandals. I know one of those is Jesus. That was the math.
Yeah.
That was like my beautiful mind.
Yeah,
it is sugar.
Right.
Sugar's totally my vice because I do the beautiful mind.
Eyes winking, calculating.
Math happens in front of me to calculate how to stretch out
There's
my
3
candy.
donuts. It's 7 o'clock.
Right.
Like 7 hours left.
How do I make this last all night?
Because you see the wheels clicking. If you ask me, Jerome, you can have that donut. I'm like, no.
Right. It's gonna come back. Right.
Recalculate.
Hold on then. Okay, that's a different story. I thought I had 2. There's 3. All right. I got to weigh this against how much time I have to exercise tomorrow to feel good about myself again. Because I forgot my dinner, and there happened to be donuts still.
See, the key is, and I don't know if you do this, but I think that say you have 3 donuts and it's early, it's almost better to eat the donuts earlier in the shift because now you can work it out.
You can work it off.
Instead of spacing it out and having that last donut at 1:30
and then going to bed.
To sleep, right.
That's when it turns into an anchor.
But it's weird math because you can't eat the 3 donuts in 1 hour because now you feel sick.
Right, then you're gross.
You have to have a certain cutoff point. That's where the calculations are coming in.
Math.
Right? You gotta do it right.
Yep, we're here till 2. These need to be gone by midnight.
Need to be. They can't make it to the end of the night.
What, we gotta throw them away?
Right,
these can't waste food.
There's gotta be more tomorrow.
Can't waste anything. they'll turn into hockey pucks tomorrow. It's already been a day. They're already old donuts when we get them.
The only ones that are left are the plain and the jelly filled.
Right. Nobody wants those.
You know. Butter Crunch is gone.
Absolutely.
All the chocolate ones. Anything that has peanut butter is gone. Anything with a lot of Jimmy's on it, gone.
They're too colorful. Everybody jumps on those. What are these?
But Butter Crunch, that's the money one.
That is.
No.
That is. You can get those.
Going through the mailroom at 2:30 in the morning looking for donuts.
That's the real thing.
Open it up. Jackpot. Butter Crunch. These are both coming back.
Love it. Right. These are coming back. These cannot stay here. I'm definitely not leaving them for somebody else. This is gold. I just found gold.
I wonder, does the mailroom even like the Butter Crunch as much?
It doesn't seem like it.
It's more our thing.
They're around, which is, I'm fine with. I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna
off to that.
Tell them that they're messing up.
Right.
You keep eating those chocolate glazed all day. Go for it.
French crullers.
Yeah. Oh, you got the last chocolate one. I guess I'll take these.
Take these 7 butter crunches.
The big eyes come out again. I guess I'll just be stuck with these. Thanks, guys. Okay. Bye.
Oh,
Thanks for sharing.
So yeah,
I'll never have anything to give you. Thanks.
Right, we never
We don't reciprocate at all.
Donut calculations are manly. Sure.
Food. It's food conservation. I gotta plan out my night.
Oh man. So where are we at?
I think we're good for now.
This could be a 2-part series.
Yeah, we're gonna have to come back.
I feel like we're just
we'll try to catalog what we got here and go from there.
There's so much more, I think.
Right. Well, we
I didn't even do any research. I came in here.
This is off the top.
Raw,
so this is an introduction.
Right. I feel like we didn't even get going on this.
Not really.
Yeah.
So that's good.
There's a lot.
That's fine.
There's a lot of generalities.
Intro to the man list.
Intro to the man list. Hope you enjoyed it.
Right. By the end of however long we think this takes, we'll have this 100-point list.
How many points do you think we got? We may have got, what,
It's a good question.
20?
I'm going to have to re-listen and make a list because I wasn't smart enough. I tried a couple times. I was like, I already forgot some. Forget it. Yeah. So I didn't write them down. So, that's how I roll.
Yeah, man list part 1.
All right. Intro to man list in the books. Kings of None. Out. Kings of None. Exactly.